So welcome back to the Joint'ed Potcast within the Joint'ed Network. I'm your host, JC, and this is my co-host,
Dusty, or D.
D. Fourth letter of the alphabet, D. Not to be confused with E and or C. Alright, so anyways, this is a new category that I want to do, Dusty, because y'all gotta understand that I do have a past that consists of sales, more specifically door-to-door sales. And since I was a fan at the beginning of $1 Million Worth of Game, and I remember Wallow had this category called Stories from the Sale, where he was telling stories from being locked up, right, from the sale, behind bars. But me, since I don't have no stories from the sale, I do have stories from the sale, the S-A-L-E, because I did door-to-door sales for quite a long time. And what I'm going to do throughout the episodes is we start building this brand and building this network, is I'm going to bring other people on that I've actually done sales with, and they're going to tell you stories too, like just crazy or interesting things that happened while they was out in territory, while we was knocking on doors, while we was out in the field. In all different type of neighborhoods, from the nicest things you ever seen to the most grimiest things that you could ever imagine. People getting shot at, all type of stuff. And it happens every day. And a lot of times we was out there when it was happening. So my story from the cell today is, I'm going to keep it simple because I'm going to talk about the experience of somebody I met when I was knocking on doors. When we was in California, in a little area called Playa del Rey. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but that's the way I like it to sound, Playa del Rey. But anyways, I met a particular person out there on a day where actually I was training a young lady. Now, she didn't end up sticking around, like a lot of people do in sales, especially door-to-door sales. It's like a very special person to do this. But at the moment I was training her, when you're training somebody, you want to set a good example for them. You want to show out if you can. We in Playa del Rey. For y'all that don't know, the house is so nice. Vivica A. Fox had a house out there. I knocked on Vivica A. Fox's door. Now, nobody answered the door, but a couple doors down, I looked back and I saw a lady run outside and jump in her SUV and take off. I'm guessing that was probably Vivica A. Fox. My point is, she lived in this community. So I'm knocking door to door. And it's not the best day for me because I got a trainee and nobody's answering their door. And I'm trying to show out, at least show her that, hey, if you're going to do this, you can make money doing this. So we finally meet this guy who plays arena football. Live in a nice house in Playa del Rey. And I canvas this guy, give him, my good conversation, my personality, my charm. And I got him to call out 3 things. Now, we were selling books and magazines. I want y'all to understand something as we tell these stories progressively. It doesn't matter what we're selling, because at the end of the day, we're selling ourselves. If a person likes you enough, it doesn't matter what you're selling. They're going to purchase it, they're going to invest in you because they want to see you do good in life. So the guy who plays arena football, he's doing very well. Calls out 3 books, just 3 books. He decides to only do 1 of those books. It's 2 of us. He ain't even gonna do 2 of them so that both of us can get something. He just wanna do 1. So at this point, I'm a little aggravated. I don't let him know that. I appreciate anything. I give it to my trainee, get her day started or whatnot. But in my mind, I'm thinking like, come on, man, you got all this money, you living in this nice house, and you're buying 1 book from us. So I'm leaving the house a little, maybe discouraged, I'll say. But as I'm leaving, hold on one second. Can I get some water? You got another water, right? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm getting a little punch from all this kind of. This the only water you got?
I got one.
Yeah, let me get that fresh one. Just get it. I know, right?
Having a mass party?
Masquerade on this. So I'm a little frustrated because all he bought was 1 book. So I give her the book, get her day started, whatever. I'm actually leaving the house. Now, I'm leaving the house and out of nowhere, I see a Phantom. I don't even know cars that well, but I know what a Phantom look like. It pulls up to this house, the same house that I'm leaving, and it's got 26-inch rims spinning. I'm like, hold up. I don't care who this is in this vehicle. They about to get canvas, and I'm definitely about to get some money up out of them. I got to show out for my trainee, you know? So I go to the vehicle, right? As soon as the door opens, the person that step out is tall. He's so tall, he looked like he about 7 feet tall. So my initial response, you know, we had a house of a guy who plays arena football. I'm like, you play basketball, huh? That was the first thing I said to him. You play basketball, huh? He was like, yeah, I play for the Lakers. That's how the conversation started, right? The person I'm talking about is Kwame Brown. Now, for y'all that know Kwame Brown, he did play like 20 years in this, the league.
He was good.
He was good. I don't know. I'm going to say he was good because he's made that point by now if y'all been keeping up with what's going on as of recent. You know, Kwame Brown has definitely been on his grind on YouTube, and a lot of people follow him because he's talking a lot of truth. But at the time, people was definitely trying to play my man. Especially when I met people say, hey, I met Kwame Brown. People always try to say bad things about him. But let me tell you about my experience with Kwame Brown. So we're talking, me and Kwame, and I got my training with him. I'm like, yeah, so we find out that we got something in common. We both from Georgia. So I'm like, all right, he got a church in Georgia and stuff. I'm like, I'm about to write him up for all the Bibles. That's the only thing that flashed in my mind. So I'm like, yeah, you know, we got this Black Heritage Bible. You get a couple of those for your congregation back home. You know, if you want to get more, you can get. And I'm just trying to like pump it up. I'm trying to get as much out of him as I can because I see he's a nice guy. He's from Georgia. He's got to be nice. And he's taking the time to even listen to me. Like, I mean, he's really listening to me.
A lot of people saying that door in your face, boy.
It wasn't, he stepped out of his vehicle. But the point is, he could have just hit me with a, nah, I ain't got time right now. But nah, he definitely took his time. And then he cut me off. He was like, you know what? I was like, yeah, what's up? He was like, I was going to give you $1,000. And I was like, yeah, you know what? You can just give me $1,000. So, long story short, he gave me $1,000, right? He wrote me a check for $1,000. I gave my training a little bit. But anyways, the point I'm making is, this man, who I didn't know from Adam because I didn't even follow basketball, but this is the experience I had with him. Over the years, I would meet people that would try to trash this man. I was like, I don't care what y'all talking about. I don't care about no basketball. I don't know if he's good or not. But this is a great person in my book. I always said that over the like 20 years, however long it's been. And it's good to see that now he definitely got more of a following, and he preached a lot of truth. He talked about the go along, get along game that exists in Hollywood and sports where you basically just shut your mouth and do what you're told. And he said he was never that person. He got morals, he got values, he believed in hard work, he believed in things. He believed in the youth. And he actually put his money where his mouth is. As soon as he started his YouTube channel and started gaining some traction, he started doing clothing runs and stuff. He started giving back. So you gotta respect and appreciate people like that, especially coming from Georgia. So that's my stories from the cell today about Kwame Brown. For all y'all haters out there, you can eat a joint. Alright, so we're gonna go on to the next category. You understand? And you're familiar with this category, Dusty, Mr. D, Mr. Fourth letter of the alphabet, no sweat, just write the check and my name, forget lane. Alright, but anyways, so the next category is a stoned age. And I'm guessing probably at this point, you're stoned.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. He did the Kool-Aid man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. If somebody busted this wall, I'd be scared as hell. I know it. I wouldn't be sitting here on brave and shit. I would probably.
I'll light up the next one.
No, I would probably exit. Because if you're strong enough to bust through a wall, you can bust a head.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so today's category is stoned age. We're going to talk about your first high. If you can remember now, I'm going to say your first good high. Because you might have had a first shitty high where it was like some regular, it had seeds and shit. You didn't really get high. It was like a buzz rather. But what was that first high where you was like, oh shit?
I remember.
I am high.
I remember.
Talk to me. Go ahead.
Shit.
He said, I remember, and then totally
But
blanked out.
it's hard to explain. I don't want to explain it.
Oh, you don't want to like interrogate yourself with it? This sound like some fucked up shit. When your first weed high, Dusty. You talking about the first time I was strung out on crack.
Yeah.
Jesus Christmas. Alright, so I'm gonna talk about my first.
You go with yours, and I'll get mine.
I'll go with mine first. Let me take a sip of this agua, y'all, because I'm telling you.
Alright, I'll tell you how it was with mine. Alright, I was at my mom's best friend's house.
Okay, Dustin, let's talk to the people then.
Alright, I stayed the night at my mom's best friend's house.
Get your mic right. There we go.
I stayed at my mom's best friend's house one night. Boy, they had some of that good green fire. They all remember that stuff. Remember that, shit, that skunk weed back in the day. They still got some. Once in a while you can find it. Or that good skunk weed back in the day.
I've had some skunk weed as a recent.
Man,
It's still out there.
I don't know, talking about this bitch got me fucked up where I fucking hit the couch. When I went to hit that couch to go to sleep, I thought that bitch was rocking. I thought somebody was pushing it. Ain't nobody was. It was just my whole body rocking, boy. I was fucked. I ran to the bathroom pew.
Jesus Christmas.
Boy, I was fucked.
Boy,
up.
you had like a poltergeist experience. He said he thought somebody was shaking it.
Nah, but that was my best high. I ain't gonna lie, boy.
That was the best, and you threw up at the end?
Yeah, because I watched it. Man, that shit got me watching Pink Floyd, The Wall. I don't know if you ever seen that. Watch that shit.
I don't know. I'm about to start.
What's yours?
Alright.
What's your best high?
Hold on, homie.
I don't know.
It wasn't my best high, it was my first high.
Your first
That's
high.
what we talking about, our first high.
Yeah, your first high.
First high. Alright, so my first high that I clearly remember and don't remember at the same time because it was that good. Alright, so when I lived in Atlanta, Georgia, I had my own apartment. Now, mind y'all, I ain't been around people that smoke for a long time, but I'm a stubborn person being a Taurus, so I always pride myself in just doing the opposite of what everybody else was doing. So when everybody else was smoking weed, I was like, nah, nigga, I ain't smoking no weed. Until I made the conscious decision that I wanted to smoke weed. Now, and actually I got two first highs now that I think about it, because actually I also received some hash from my mentor, and I thought it was some bullshit. It was black. It was in some aluminum foil. I was like, what the fuck is this?
That's how
It's
hash
hash,
comes,
and,
bro.
I rolled that
That's
shit
real
up.
hash.
I got fucked up. I was like, and I ain't had it since. It was old people. They was growing that shit. I need to hit Mr. Simpson up. All right, but anyways, that was my mentor. Well, I went through. Anyways, all right. So look. So anyways, the one I'm talking about is when I lived in Atlanta. I had my own apartment. I worked at LA Fitness. My best friend was a personal trainer at LA Fitness. I did sales at LA Fitness. All right. But anyways, we was chilling in my apartment, and he brought some Marriage Easy, and he was like, "You want to smoke this?" I was like, He was like, "Come on, man." And he actually kind of talked me into it. Like, I've tried it a few times, but I wasn't a smoker. But once I hit this shit, I was so fucking high. We ordered pizza. All I remember is looking at the pizza, blinking, 2 slices was missing. Blinking, 4 slices was missing. Blinking, whole pizza missing. Blinking, standing in the bathroom looking in the mirror. Blinking, standing back in the living room. It was like every time I blinked, I transported. That's how fucking high I was. That was my first high experience. And I love it. I really do love it. It's almost, I still get fucked up, but you'll never get high like that again.
Nah, especially
like those
after
first highs,
highs, yeah.
I guess I could quit and then like let my shit rebuild and everything. But
You could.
it'd be hard for me to quit. So let's just say that was my first high, and maybe my only first high. All right. So, anyways, and that was in the Stone Age, like that. Of course you like that.
Whatever.
All right. So we're gonna do the hash it out and the best buzz. Did we discuss who was gonna talk about who's gonna hash it out?
Yeah. Mine? I got mine. I don't know about yours.
You got your own? I was gonna hash out like people that we think that should work out their differences.
Oh yeah,
Who did
I
we
don't.
discuss? Bam! I remember who we
Yeah,
discussed.
remember we said.
Bam! Alright, so for the hash it out category, we're gonna keep it kind of current as of recent. Alright, so it's a little beef stirring because I also watch Vado rap stuff too. And there was an interview that Vado did, and I think Saigon might have did, and they might have said some things that might have rubbed Cameron the wrong way.
Cameron.
And it's creating a little, I guess like maybe like a little riff, a little animosity or something like that.
And which they need to squash that shit.
At this moment, I wouldn't even let it get no bigger than what it is right now. It's about the size of a roach. And I'm talking about like a blunt roach. Don't let it turn into a Georgia flying roach.
No.
Just go ahead and put that thing on out, man, because y'all got history. Let's
Lot
not be
of
petty.
history.
We too grown for the petty stuff.
Who grown? This ain't the 90s, motherfucker.
Plus, the fact is, everybody want to hear stuff from the past. They want to hear music from the past. They want to hear artists from the past. They want to hear groups from the past. So take advantage of that. Make your money. Feed your families. Feed the wolves. Feed the wolves.
Because if I was in your shoes, I wouldn't worry about that bullshit.
It's not worth it, man.
Hell no.
Don't let the social media pump it up too. That's what happens too. Y'all let the people talk crazy. You be reading the comment section, probably agreeing with you, pat you on your back and shit like this. Just dead it.
And your boys out there doing the same shit too. Don't give a fuck. They just want your money.
All right, so.